Hi, hello, what's up? It's Tova. I feel really weird just like staring at you from a mirror. Anyways, today's video is going to be kind of different. It's a lazy Sunday and I'm just like in the mood to just hang, to just chat, get to know me. I realized that throughout this channel, unless you watch like some of the older videos, I don't really give enough room for you guys to get to know me very well. Today, I just want to hang out with you guys. We're gonna do some business stuff, some relaxing stuff, and just chill. I'm gonna start spewing out some facts and we can just become friends. The first thing that I always tell people about me is that I'm a twin. I have a twin brother. His name is Joey, and it's spelled Joyi. His real name, well, like formal name is Joseph, but nobody calls him Joseph. I have a middle name. My middle name is Nori. When I was growing up, I played the piano from age 6 all the way up until like high school, but the reason I played the piano was because of my grandpa. He like loved instruments and he loved playing the piano, but then he passed away. I think it was in grade 11 and I stopped playing the piano because I just couldn't handle it. I just felt like way too emotional every time I touched the piano, and I asked my mom to stop my lessons because I just couldn't do it anymore. I still play the piano now, but obviously like if I continued my lessons I would have been so much better, so I just kind of play off memory at this point. I used to dance, but I was never good at it. I auditioned for the arts program in my high school for the dance program, and I got on the waiting list. I don't even know how I got on the waiting list. I shouldn't have even been considered at all. I like enjoyed dance, but I was never, I think I have very big performance anxiety, which also leads into, I used to play soccer as well, but I would like soccer practice. I just wouldn't like to actually play, which is like the opposite of people who usually like sports. Like, yeah, practice is like so dreadful, and then you just like want to go against someone and compete and stuff. But I don't like competing. I have very big performance anxiety. Before I ever started Reborn Club, I was a personal trainer. I feel like I talk about this one a bit, but I was a personal trainer for over 5 years. I worked at the same job. It was a community center, fitness center, and I worked there for like 6 years. It was like my home and I loved it. That's also like why I got into fitness. The very first gym I started going to was like the gym that I also was personal training at. So I was just like very tied to that gym. But I studied psychology in university, and the university I went to was in a college, and so I ended up coming out with a university degree and a diploma all in 4 years. She's a smart girl. So yeah, I am not using it, but I am using it because in my business I use my psychology. I feel like I use my psychology degree quite a bit, especially with a new product that's coming out in November. I used some major research skills, I'll just say that. Another fun fact about me is that my mom is a travel agent, so I started traveling since I was like 1 year old, and I'm very, very lucky and privileged to say like I've been to so many places across the world as like family vacations. Every summer we would go away on a family vacation. So that is where I get my wanderlust as well, I think, because after university I took like 9-10 weeks and I traveled Southeast Asia. It was like the best time of my life. I still think about every single moment of it to this day. I went to Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Bali, Japan, and the Philippines, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. Another fun fact was I went on that trip like a month after meeting my fiance Matthew, and when we met I like told him, I was like, this is all fun, but I'm going away on a trip, and he was like, yeah. We both like didn't assume anything would be serious because he got out of a relationship and I was like this travel girl, and turns out like a week or two before I went on my trip he was like, I love you and I want to be in a relationship with you. And so it's great. So we got into a relationship and I'm so happy I did. Our communication was like so good from then that I feel like that's why we do so well now. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up my makeup and we will continue talking while I do something else. about me is that I actually really like poetry, and when I was younger and going through a breakup and like a little bit more sad, I would write poetry on poetry on poetry. I had a poetry Instagram, and I was like certain on making a book on poetry, like my own, like, you know, like the Rupi Kaur, I don't know if I said her name right. I have so many poetry books, just like this artsy, deep, I don't know, one of those books. Yeah, I was like adamant that I was gonna be that person. And that leads me to the next thing, which is another fun fact that you guys should know, is that if Reborn Club wasn't working out, if I like wasn't a psychologist or anything like that, the other job that I was thinking about going into was a criminology and forensic psychology. I love forensic stuff. Let me think, another fun fact. Music I like listening to. I love listening to folk music, EDM. I love festivals, I love music festivals, I love raves. I think I'll go to a rave until I'm like 84. Honestly, I love raves. But I do love my folk music. I love like the Lumineers and Rate Live and the Night Sweats. I love, oh my god, why am I pulling a blank on like people that I listen to? Let's look. I love Lord Huron. Oh my god, I love Lord Huron. I like Mount Joy. Love Billie Eilish. Yes, slay. I love Billie Eilish. Shaky Graves, Still Woozy, Camp, The Backseat Lovers, Labyrinth. I just like have a very wide taste of music, vast. If you're ever in the car with me and I'm on the aux, be prepared to listen to something from Frank Sinatra to Kanye West to Black Tiger Sex Machine to the Lumineers. I love it all. In terms of movie taste, I like all types of movies, but I do enjoy my psychological thrillers. However, my like top favorite movies is Interstellar for sure, Law Abiding Citizen. It makes me cry every time, don't ask me why, but the end of the movie literally makes me cry. I can't remember my third favorite movie. Those are some more things that you guys can learn about me. So an annoying task that I have to get done today is putting loose paper into this binder for my business, because it's kind of gotten out of hand, and I just have loose paper from like my taxes last year up into taxes for this year, and then like inventory and just like a bunch of different things, and I need to organize it. So let's organize some business paperwork together. Also, look how pretty this color binder is. Got it from Walmart. I love it. I just have some stuff in the Cricut that's going right now. I'm making like custom tote bags just for TikTok Lives. So if you were to go on TikTok Live and purchase something while I'm on TikTok Live, then you would get a free tote bag. But I thought that would be pretty fun. I'm also going on TikTok Live soon today. Anyways, I thought I would tell you guys another thing about myself. I am the kind of person that will avoid confrontation at all costs. I would rather just make peace than make confrontation. I tell myself that it's because like life is too short and just accept things as they are and just kind of move on. So the idea of people like no longer liking me or no longer like liking my business, yeah, that stuff kind of scares me. I think my childhood and even throughout high school, like I just tried so hard to be liked by everybody. Yeah, that's something I definitely feel like I need to unpack like further, but that's a fun fact about me. Look how pretty this color is. It's gonna go on like tan tote bags. I think it's gonna look so cute. fun fact about me is that I actually lost 60 pounds in grade 9 and before grade 9. I was at like my heaviest weight. I'll see if I can find any photos. But I mean, obviously I attribute that to some like baby fat. And then yeah, in grade 9, that's when my gym opened up and my mom, actually my whole family got a membership there. And I was like, I don't need to work out, blah, blah, blah. My mom pushed me to go work out and I worked out with my brother. Started seeing a lot of progress. I ended up like losing a lot of weight. And I think in 2016, that was like my thinnest self. And I looked great, but I mean, my eating was just like so on point. And I was working out like 6 times a week, doing lots of cardio, blah, blah, blah. That's obviously how I got started into working out. And then when people saw my transformation, they were like, oh my God, can you train me? And that's how I became a trainer. Some places that I really want to travel to is Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, just like all those beautiful, beautiful areas. I would love going there. I also dream of going to Hawaii, Australia, New Zealand for sure. The country I visited the most, aside from the United States, is Israel. That's where most of my family is from. I am Israeli. My dad was born in Israel. I do know how to speak some Hebrew. But not enough, and not like in the proper like verbs and tenses and stuff like that. Yeah, that's my background. My dad is Israeli. He was born in Israel. My mom was born here in Canada, but her parents were born in Romania. And my dad's dad was born in Bulgaria, I think it is. I always get it mixed up between Bulgaria and Hungary, but I'm pretty sure it's Bulgaria. And his mom was born in Greece. So that's where we get the mixture here. And tova means good in Hebrew. So yeah. Fun fact, my favorite drink is lemonade.